Solo, Hoth. Han stuck with the Rebel Alliance and helped establish a new base on the planet of Hoth. After Luke didn't return from a routine sweep of the planet's surface, Han headed out alone into the frigid cold to find him. Hello and welcome to Centurion's Corner, and today we're reviewing from the archive line Han Solo Hoth. Now originally he was in a pack with a Tauntaun many years ago, so Hasbro have now condensed him down and put him as a single figure on the archive line with new face applications as well. And originally he used to have his blue coat as well, which I feel like I still need to make him in the blue coat. Brown, even though they say it's brown, it just never looks right to me, and I don't know why. But here he is anyway, represented really nicely. We've got those binoculars here, we've got his DL44 just sitting there as well. We've got the 50th anniversary of Lucasfilm, all in nice and gold, transcending into this silver part here. On the back we just literally got a picture of him and his bio and the timeline of the new Star Wars or Lucasfilm's 50 years. So I guess without further ado, let's just crack this bad boy open. So here he is in all his glory and looking absolutely splendid. So what we do, we just take him out of his blister pack before running away to get his full reviewing. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know if this is removable. It just looks a bit odd that it's not connected. I suppose it just gives a bit of rotation there, but it does look a bit strange. So we'll be playing with that for a little bit. And yeah, he looks pretty cool. So we'll go away, take some photos, and I guess we'll see you in a moment. So here he is, Han Solo in all his fine glory, and he's actually grown on me as well since taking the photos. The hood at first I felt was a little bit kind of weird, but I can see why Hasbro have done it. And obviously he's an older Black Series figure that's been re-released, but in a good way, because I really wanted a Hoth and a Luke. So it was a great way to get them in the archive as well. But obviously being with that, there is a few kind of difference is what we kind of get now with our figures. So really starting off from the bat, his first accessory is these sort of like binoculars that he used on Hoth. Not too bad, the actual decor and all that's alright. I think this is more colour bleed than it is actually weathering, but it's actually missing a lot of paint applications. There should be like grey parts and other areas and all that on here as well. So it's just literally just painted purely in this white. He can't even hold it. He can hold the strap, but they're so wide and so big there is no way that he's going to hold it unless he just put them up to his head and hold the straps, but his articulation won't allow that. But nonetheless, it's quite a cool accessory just to hang around his neck. If they moulded it so it actually stayed like that, so it actually linked onto his neck, with this it always sort of sticks out slightly as well. His other accessory that he comes with is his popular DL44, and it's actually painted really well compared to the binoculars. So we've got a nice gunmetal grey on the end here. It's done in a gloss black as well for the actual pistol with the brown grip, which is actually pretty cool. So we can pop that out and actually pop it into his holster on the side here. It does look a bit boxy compared to the others that we've had in the past, and it does look a little bit plasticky as well on there. I never really like these kind of little nib things that they put on these. And that's it kind of for his normal accessories, but the other accessories is his hood. So looking at the back, there's actually a split in it, and it's actually made of a soft vinyl, so we can actually just pull that off quite nicely over the head. And then his goggles have fallen off as well, which are on top of his head. So as you can see, that is the other accessory as well. The only thing is, I can't, why they've done this, I have no idea, because I can't remember Han Solo walking around like a rebel soldier in this kind of way. It just looks really odd. In the good way, we can actually bring these up and over his head to put these goggles on, but we try and get it into that sort of space there, just underneath his cap, so he can actually have the goggles on. So not see-through or anything. The only thing is that when you actually put the hood back on as well, it does knock the glasses down because of the back part here. There's not a lot of room, so you're gonna have to really kind of manipulate it and try not to knock it down. So then we have this look for Han Solo as well when he's first on the Tauntaun. So yeah, it's pretty cool. We've got those extra accessories there. I think I would just sort of kind of rather had like the hood maybe more static down, but I can see, you know, that's why we've got the articulation there. I just wish that scarf come down a little bit further and maybe hindered his articulation just a little bit more. I wouldn't mind that in a way. So let's just take off all these parts so we can actually take a look at his full articulation anyway. Should pop these bits off. So with his head, we got left, right. We can look down this far and look back that far. Arm wise, we've got a full rotation here. Can come up this far. We've got a single jointed elbow that only comes at over 90 degrees. We've only got a rotation at here at the cuff part of the glove, and that's it. There's no extra parts here or a hinge, but I guess this is why it's an older figure. We have got a rotation down here. He leans forward quite well and back. His legs are not really hindered, to be honest, considering they've got all these extra parts here. So they come up this wide, forward this far and back. We've got a upper thigh swivel, double jointed knee and a rocker and a pivot. So in all, it's actually not too bad. You know, it's not, even though as old as it is, it actually holds up pretty well. And on saying that, we can go through the actual sculpt as well. So looking at the sculpt of the hood first, the actual fur of the hood is really done nicely. Probably needs a bit of a extra bit of paint application on there, just to bring that kind of weathering up just on the fur, just so we can get that detail. We've got that kind of nice sort of leathery sort of texture over the hood, all that sort of parts there, and the little scarf tie. On the actual jacket himself, it's all done in brown. The original Kenner was in blue, and the filter that they used on the camera made the brown coat look like blue as well. I still think Han Solo in a blue coat just kind of feels right in a weird way. Maybe that's because that's what I grew up with. But then he does wear a blue coat a little bit later on. We've got this part in here that really needs a bit of paint rather than just pure brown. It would break it up just nicely. His badge is painted well on the side there, and all the rest is kind of like a Parker jacket all the way around, and it's pretty good. On the hand, we've got a little communicator with a little light on it. On this side, we've got nothing. This part here is all made of a soft vinyl, so that's why it doesn't hinder the leg, and also this isn't glued on. And if you wanted, actually, you probably could just pull this belt clean off, as this bit's not even glued either. Got nice silver parts there, and his droid communicator, or parts on there. Little pouches and studs, all well painted and no colour bleed. Down on the legs, very plain, but it's just a normal Hoth looking kind of soldier legs, and down to those wrapped boots. And yeah, so his articulation and his sculpt and everything is actually holds up pretty well for an older figure. And unfortunately, downside, we don't actually have his Tauntaun to put him on, so hopefully one day they might actually release that for us, so we can actually put all our figures on a Tauntaun, because they will sell it separately. But who knows, hopefully Hasbro are listening. So let me know down below. You can also follow me, which is in the description, on Instagram. You can subscribe, like and ding that bell so you never miss an episode. So until next time, take care. Bye.